anymore. My toxicness will stop me from loving myself or trusting others in my peaceful place. Not anymore. My lack of post-trauma is going to stop me from my future growth. Yes, not anymore. I know I'm powerful. I know I'm overcoming. I know I'm a positive. I know I'm loved. And yes, not anymore. I'm dope. Dedicated to other people's empowerment. I love my dopeness, and so should you. Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to the I Am Strong Enough virtual book tour. Today we have April Jackson Hunter in the building. How are you, Miss Jackson Hunter?
I'm great. I've had a couple of bumps in the road, but life still keeps on living. So what must I?
Absolutely. Listen, and that's the one thing about me saying I'm strong enough, because how you say life happens, and then we still gotta keep being strong through it all. So that was one of the reasons why I chose the title of the virtual book tour, is because we have to be strong enough through it all. So can you tell us where you're from?
I'm a Georgia peach. I'm a
Oh,
100% Grady baby. I'm from Atlanta, GA. For all you ATLians out there, I'm a real live Georgia baby. Everybody be like, I'm from, and they in Georgia. No, I'm from Georgia, and I live in Georgia. So we out there, but we exist.
right. She said that Georgia Peach is in the building. All
Listen,
right. Well,
getting a
I'm
little
a
sweet like that tea.
right. I'm originally from South Carolina, so I know all about that Georgia over there. But now I reside in the upstate New York, so I got that little NY swag going on with the Southern girl
Oh, I'm
roots.
from New York.
So you know how that goes. But tell me, when did you get into your author career?
Ooh, I love to write, but I actually did not want to be in the forefront. I kept a journal from my life with domestic violence, and I turned it into my first book, and it just soared from there.
See, we might have one plan, and then there's another plan with that purpose that happens.
Yeah.
So that's absolutely awesome. Now how many books do you have out right now?
Personal books I have two, but
Okay.
I've co-authored. Let me see, one, two. I do a lot of work. Three, four. I think by five. I pick up on my fifth co-author book. I just like to write, you guys. I really
Right.
do like to write. It's my passion. So I kind of jump on a lot of projects. I do stuff for myself, but I just like to share my words with other people.
It's nothing wrong with that, because I think I'm way past five. I think I might be in 15
I know.
collaborations.
I just started. I only started in 2019, so I'm like I'm behind the curveball. I'm trying to get up there.
No, not even. I wrote my first book in 2019. So you not we
Listen,
yeah, you it's all right.
I gotta jump in some more stuff because you can't be pushing it. I gotta be like, I gotta be with the queen.
You sound like everybody else. Y'all better cut it out.
Listen, I already be seeing no sleep. I be like, listen, I'm trying to write. I work a full-time job. I'm a
Right.
full-time author. It's no sleep to be had because you on the grind when you clock out your regular
Yeah,
job. So
absolutely.
it's all
Now,
good.
in the author of being an indie author, what do you feel as far as you've seen something that's been negative and positive of this journey so far?
It's just trying to get people to know who you are, because you could be a great author. You can get great feedback, but if nobody know who you are, you're not going to sell your product. So
Right.
I tend to talk to everybody. When I say everybody, I talk to everybody: policeman, fireman, somebody in the grocery store, people at the table next to me at dinner. I'd be like, listen, hey, you read books? Let me talk to you. I talk to
Right. Right. And that's true, though. You got to be able to market your brand, because so many times, like you said, if people don't know you, how are they going to know you unless you talk about your product, your brand, and who you are? So, absolutely, that is so true. So, if you had to give some marketing advice, what would be one advice you would give somebody that's starting out to try to be an entrepreneur, or even trying to get into the writer's world?
For me, it was difficult to ask for help.
Okay.
So if you need help, there is no shame in getting help. And you must invest in your product for you to get a product worth buying. I'm gonna say that again. You
Yeah,
must
look,
invest in yourself in order for you to get a product that's worth buying. I've had business coach, and she's a wonderful person. I didn't stop it. I didn't let my fears stop me. I would say, because you're your worst enemy, and you're gonna. What if nobody don't read my book, or
Right.
what if nobody don't want to hear what I gotta say, or what if this book sucks? You're gonna be criticizing yourself till they put you in the ground. So I say, go forward. You only live once. So if you feel like you want to do something, do not wait until you 90 years old. They tell you about to kick the bucket the next day. Tell me, oh,
Right.
let me do my bucket list. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
go for it. I say go for it.
Right. Like she said, invest in yourself because
Yeah.
if you can't invest in your brand, how you expect somebody else to invest in it?
Listen.
So absolutely, a lot of people, like you said, they wait till they get old and say, "Oh, I should have wrote that book. Oh,
Yeah.
let me do it because it's on my bucket list." But it's so much purpose that was connected to it beforehand that you might have missed the people that needed to hear what was going on that was attached to you.
Listen.
So, sometimes you
Talking
gotta.
about purpose. I'm gonna get to that a little bit later. Cause baby.
You got to step out. You got to step out on faith and, not let that fear conquer over the faith. And that's where my faith over fear thing comes in at. So,
Listen. And
listen. So,
actually my new project is called Living Faith Out Loud.
wow. 18, see, I
Now,
tell you,
listen,
connections, full
I know.
circle, full circle. And that's how it comes, like those signs and
That's
sometimes it brings you
confirmation.
yeah, confirmation. There it goes, it comes full circle. See, boom, there it go. So I'm about to give you the floor. You can tell them about your book, about how did you get into writing, about who you are, and all the things and the endeavors that you're getting into. So the floor is yours, April. Tell them who you are,
Absolutely.
girl.
Hey guys, I am everyone's favorite plus hashtag plus size author babe, April M. Jackson Hunter. Um, I was talking about what she was saying about your purpose, you guys. I've been being attacked spiritually since October of last year. So many dominoes have fallen upon my life, but it's only given me the strength to keep pushing. Let me tell you why. Because if my life was not purposeful, I would not be being hunted so bad. I have a story, I have a voice, and my voice matters, and so do yours. I my first originally book, my first original book is called Mercedes Closet: Keeping Deadly Secrets. It's my fictional version of my life with domestic violence. During my life with domestic violence, I kept a journal of things that happened to me. So I started elaborating around those things. And here we are several years later. And that's my bestseller book. It's very triggering. So if you guys, thank you. If you guys have ever experienced sexual assault or if you ever experienced domestic violence, it is very triggering, but it is worth the read because you have to see what goes on inside. For people who don't know what goes on inside domestic violence, here's your inside picture. Because on the outside, they wait to the end of what happens to be like, oh, I didn't know that was going on. Oh, I didn't see that coming. Because we wear smiles. Person that smiles so much and is always the strongest person is the one that's going through. That's me. I always smiled. I always appeared to have my game together. And I was dying on the inside. I was suicidal at one point in my life. So you have to check on your friends. I'm gonna say that. But I wrote that book to let somebody know what to look for on the outside instead of looking for what going on or the bruises. So you have to look at certain other characteristics of domestic violence because domestic violence don't always look like black eyes and bruises and crying and tears. So that book has a purpose for that purpose. And I also went on to co-author several other books along the lines of DV and sexual assault. I did Wounds to Wisdom, Volume 2. I also did Cracked But Not Damaged, Volume 4. I have done affirmations for a woman on a mission because every woman get up every day and be on a mission. Whether you are a mom, whether you are a worker, whether you are an entrepreneur, whether you are a sister, a daughter, a granddaughter, every woman is on a mission from the time they put their feet on the ground. So you guys if you journal, that book is for you. And again, I did another affirmations book that's about to come out, which is entitled Affirmations for a CEO on the Move. So all you entrepreneurs out there that want to get your way started, and I know that it gets hard. I've been in the grind. I've been in the dirt, the trenches. So if you're an upcoming CEO, you need to get the affirmations book. It tells you how to stay positive. It tells you how to keep pushing on yourself on those days that you can't keep pushing. So that book will be for you. And I also, like I said a moment earlier, that I have a book that's entitled Living Faith Out Loud. Because at one point of time, I didn't have faith. I only got faith when faith was the only thing I had left. Because they had to wipe everything off and up under my feet. And all I had to stand on was my faith. So if you're looking for a little inspiration about how to get your faith up or how to be living your faith out loud, that book will be for you. And again, you guys, I'm all over social media. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at author April M. Jackson Hunter. You can find me on Twitter at Mercedes Closet. You can find me on TikTok on at April M. Jackson Hunter. You want to check out my books or anything about me, you can look me up at www.mercedescloset.com or www.aprilmjacksonhunter.com. That is www.mercedescloset.com or www.aprilmjacksonhunter.com.
Give it to him, girl, because you know she's the author babe in the house. Plus size. Hey now, yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
fat girls got to get Lizzo brought the
Listen,
fat girls to the front, boo. So I got to keep representing for the Lizzo.
that's right. Right, but definitely you hit on some real key points because you know a lot of times people see domestic violence and they think it's more physical than they miss the verbal and the mental that people deal with or the spiritual. So you know it's a process and it's a lot of trauma and triggers and things, but people have to understand they also got to go to therapy because it's a lot behind that that you honestly need to be able to have a toolbox box to deal with because there's certain things that could be something you do on a daily and things can trigger you and you got to know how to maintain what it is.
I
You know
deal
what I
with stuff
mean?
every day.
So I get it, I understand it because I deal with it and I've been through the trauma. So I listen, that's where all those masses and stuff I be talking about. So
They don't hear you. They don't hear you. But I'm on the same page you on. I'm ringing your
yeah.
bell because I'm there. And talking about triggering, I was at the ER last night. I'm sorry, you guys. I was in a car
No,
crash
you're fine.
yesterday, and this guy was talking to this young lady, and I wasn't trying to be in a business, but he
Mm-hmm.
started talking about that's why you deserve what you get, and he's
Mm.
talking about like he finna rape her. He was talking about raping
Right.
her. So I was like,
Wow.
hold up, sir, what did you just say? Because I was about to go in the whole
Right.
bag on somebody like real talk.
Right.
And it's like the whole hospital room was like, wait a minute, what happened? Because I was like, bro, listen, I'm a survivor of sexual assault. You about to get these hands because ain't no one would let you talk to her like that.
Right.
So it was
Right.
very triggering for me.
Right.
The world happens like that. So you have to
Mm-hmm.
get yourself, like you said, a toolbox to talk yourself off the ledge. Because I was really
Mm-hmm.
gonna like go in
Right.
on
And
this
then
guy. You know what
listen,
I'm
we
saying?
didn't need you in jail and for you to miss your
Listen,
whole
because
interview, ma'am.
he was trying to get her outside,
Right.
like come outside with me, and she was
Right.
saying no. He was like,
Right.
"Well, that's what you get. That's why people get raped." Hold up, bro. Everybody like, "What you
Yeah.
talking about?" But it's life can trigger you. I
Mm-hmm.
really can gauge in the morning how my day is gonna go.
Right.
I'm a survivor of PTSD. I'm a survivor of depression.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a survivor of panic attacks. I have anxiety. I take pills 2 times a day.
Right.
Like my life is going to hell in a handbasket, if I can say, for and no fault of my own.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm stronger than what you thought you tried to do to me.
Right.
I'm going to keep getting up every morning. I'm going to keep teaching other victims how to be survivors because su- surviving is just one thing.
Right. We trying to teach you
Becoming
to
a
be
survivor is
being an
another thing.
overcomer, going being resilient. We trying to take you past
Yeah,
the past the all the other normal stages that people stay at. And where they because in that same stage,
absolutely.
that's their comfortable spot. You know, we've stepped
Yeah,
off
you
the
get
ledge
stagnant, you
and
turn into mold.
right, right. And so many times they sit and still suffer in silence. And a lot of times that also sends, takes people to that mental health and suicide situation because they're suffering in
Right.
silence. They're still angry, they're still frustrated. And it's like, all right, life is still happening and there's still a lot going on. So you're taking all this into this other relationship. And if you got kids, you bleeding on them and then making it more worse than what it is. So I
Worse.
commend you for speaking
That's
out
me.
and using your voice and being able to use your voice in your book and to help others, because that's our mission. Our mission is to be able to come with the purpose. And like we said, we come back to the purpose. How you say living purpose, living, you said
Living
living
faith out
live
loud.
out. Yeah. So,
Faith
living faith out loud is definitely a great book.
book.
And I hope I when are you releasing that?
It's we're in the process of still doing back and forth with the edits. So I would say maybe like June or July should be pre-sale going on.
Okay. I can't wait for that. Listen, because Lord knows it's a lot
Yes,
of people
ma'am.
that's not living life out loud. They not
Yes,
living that, they not living that faith out loud. They feel like the world is caving in and nothing's gonna get better. So somebody needs that
I can attest
empowerment,
to that.
you know, and that's why you're the perfect person to be the spokesperson for it, because a lot of times we have
Yes,
to
I
take
can
our
attest to
own
that. I was
story.
very suicidal.
We have to take our own story and use it to be a greater healing. So I commend you for all that you do. So what is your goal in the next 2 years for yourself in your business,
Next
in
two
your
years.
brain? Mhm.
I think I might do maybe like a couple of more co-author things. But I have a laundry list of books I want to write personally. I've stepped into fiction wholeheartedly. I love LGBTQ fiction, and I released my first LGBTQ paranormal romance. It's called Queen of Darkness. So it's a LGBTQ spin on relationship. So you got
Okay.
fiction. Check, even if you're not, it's a good read.
You good, because you freezing over here. The internet wanna be acting up when we get to the end of it. But I did heard you about your book because you totally
Oh, what
froze
happened?
on
What
me.
it say?
I say it's freezing on me. The
Yeah.
internet is, yeah, it's freezing on me over here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have you to tell, because it keeps freezing over here.
Take,
But what I need you to do, just tell the people how to contact you, and leave them one major positive message before I end the show. Hello.
can you see me? I'm
Yeah,
here.
it it keeps freezing, but see, that's the thing, like it's freezing. So just before it keeps freezing on me again, can you just tell them a positive
It's
message
freezing
and
again.
tell you I can't with this internet right now. Am I still frozen?
It's fine. I can still hear you. No, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, this internet. Can you just drop something positive and
Okay.
then I'll yeah, and because I tell you, got see all this power was going on. They didn't like it. That power hurt.
You know what I'm saying? Listen. But you guys, listen. My key point, my key gem today is be true to yourself. Be true to yourself. A lot of people do not want to say what they've been through. They don't want to embarrass their family. They don't want to embarrass themselves or their friends. Be true to yourself because don't nobody have to live your life but you. And you keep
Amen.
being silent, you're going to keep hurting. The time to stop hurting is now. It's time to stop hurting is now. So you guys know, you know where to find me. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. I'm all across social media. You guys can find me at my homepage, the home for author April M. Jackson Hunter, at www.aprilmjacksonhunter.com.
All right. I thank you, April, for dropping into the I Am Strong Enough tour. It's been a pleasure speaking to you. And I definitely hope we can do this powwow again soon, because we need to really,
Absolutely.
help individuals heal and find their purpose, because some people are still lost. Everybody, I thank y'all for tuning in to the I Am Strong Enough tour. It's been marvelous. It's been grand. We've been here. We turned up all week, all weekend. We've been lit. So please, everyone that you see, like, share, tell a friend to tell a friend, because, we trying to get out here. We indie artists. We need those reviews, those shares, those comments, all the love. And thank y'all for supporting us as always. And remember that you are always strong enough.
Vaccinated streets.
Amen. Everybody have a good night.
Not anymore. My toxicness will stop me from loving myself or trusting others in my peaceful place. Not anymore. My lack of post-trauma is going to stop me from my future growth. Yes, not anymore. I know I'm powerful. I know I'm overcoming. I know I'm a positive.